Hello everyone, and hi. So today we're going to be making a space station, a Duna space station actually. It won't have like a anti-gravity ring or anything. Oh yeah, and the space station will also have like a surface base that's connected to it. The surface base is really just a lander that I forgot to add in a docking port to, so it can redock to the space station. So, my original idea for the surface space was to make it look more like surface spacey. You can see me building the surface space right now, actually. But the surface space wouldn't fit in the fairing, and it would be. And if I didn't add in the fairing, the payload, the space station, and the surface space would not be that aerodynamic. So now you can see me testing the fairing. So what I did was I just made a brand new surface base thing. So it looks more like a lander, this new surface base, and I'm going to be using two aerospike engines, not just not just like one skipper engine or whatever I was using then before, and it can fit in the fairing perfectly actually. So now we'll just be going into the VAB, and there are the astronauts, the Kerbinauts, that I will be choosing. We have a four-vector engine craft. Um, at first I thought we wouldn't have enough delta V in that four-vector engine second stage to get to Juno, but we did actually have enough delta V. So I I so later on, I added in like a nuclear stage, just in case there wasn't enough delta V. But in the second stage, but we did have enough delta V in that second stage to get to Juno. So that nuclear stage was pretty much just wasted. But that's fine. We have my fake aerospace company has lots of funds that we can use for rockets. And the more funds we use, the more tax deduction things we get. So, this is a three-core rocket. The main core has 16 vectors, and the two outside cores have four vectors. I think it was, yeah. I'm just adding in the separatrons, and now hopefully we should be getting ready to launch. After I added the launch clamps and the nuclear stage. I did remember to drain the oxidizer out of everything, so that helped. I forgot to drain the oxidizer of that bottom piece. That's what I just noticed. I wish I remembered to do that. I would have gotten more delta V on that vector stage. And fuel. Well, delta V and fuel is pretty much the same thing. Well, actually, not really. I should just stop talking about this, and here we are, crossfading over to the launch pad. And now you get a really good real-time shot of the rocket launching. Yeah. And now hopefully we should crossfade over to the 5 times sped up rocket launch. Okay, yeah. It'll happen in a few seconds now. There we go. So this is a slightly bigger craft, so I'm going to be trying to aim for the 45-degree marker at the 13-kilometer marker instead of the regular 10-kilometer marker that you should be aiming for. Yeah. So now we're passing that marker, and the two outer cores, not three, outer cores. The two outer cores have not burned out yet at the 30,000-ish meter, 40,000 now, which for me is really good. And now we've burned out those three cores, and now we're just going to raise our apoapsis a little bit more by burning for like 1 second with the vector engines. And now we just have a burn that will circularize us around Kerbin. And now we're doing that burn. And there it is. We're almost done. So the space station has 4 RTGs. You might have seen me put them on. No, actually, I forgot to film the space station's construction. Yeah, I remembered like halfway through building the surface base that I wasn't filming. So then I turned on the filming thing, shadow play, so that you could see me building the space station. And now we're doing the Duna encounter burn. We don't get an encounter right away. We'll have to do some mid-course corrections to get that encounter. I think we did a total of 2 mid-course corrections to get a equatorial orbit around Duna. And now we're doing the first mid-course correction burn. The maneuver node maker is always a little bit off. So I forgot to do this here, but I would recommend turning off the maneuver node thing like right before it's about to finish, and then eyeballing the rest of the burn. Yeah. So now we're doing our second mid-course correction burn. Yeah, I'm just changing the thrust limiter, and now we have a pretty good equatorial orbit. Well, we can get a pretty good equatorial orbit around Juno. And now we'll do that. And now we're doing that maneuver. And there we go. We're now in a stable circular orbit around Juno. Now I'll just jettison everything in time warp so that they'll hopefully maybe crash into Juno's atmosphere from the jettisoning force of the decoupler. So now I'm just time warping around, and now we'll burn retrograde with the surface base / lander. And now I'll just slow us down a little bit so that we don't get too much re-entry heating, and then our parachutes will deploy earlier. And then, yeah. This lander does have enough delta V to get back up onto the space station. Oh, yeah, we crashed, so now I'll just quick load. And here's my second attempt. And I quick loaded again because I messed something up. And yeah, there it is. Now we just have a crash course with Juna's atmosphere. I'm going to continue burning so that we don't get as much re-entry heating. Actually, wait, We're going to be burning until we're below 100 meters per second, and then we won't get that much re-entry heating. And we'll also burn off all of our horizontal velocity earlier, and we won't be going back up, and we have back to the space station, and we have tons of delta V on board the space station. And there's parachute deploy. Now we'll just time warp down. And we got pretty lucky because we got a kind of flat landing spot, and we have a textbook landing. And now one of our scientists will come out and repack the parachutes for no reason at all, and then we have another scientist that will plant the flag, and now we'll have a really cinematic shot, pan out shot. And so with that, thanks for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like and subscribe this video. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.